Baby, make sure you like this video as you are coming in. Make sure you like it. It is your girl Brand New and we are back in the building. I know y'all missed the intro, huh? But honey, we are back to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. We're going to be talking about basketball wives. Honey, it went down on the basketball wives, on the basketball bullies, honey. But we gonna get to that in a minute. There was some audio that came out with Melody discussing Destiny. And, you know, I believe I told y'all in another video, she had to pay one of Destiny's employees. And it's like, Destiny, girl, boo-boo, oatmeal pie face, what is you doing, girl? Okay, you had the man and his wife working up in your store. You couldn't pay the people. Melody got to pay the people. But Melody was basically saying, you know, I could tell with that, you know, she lacks scruples, morals, values, decorum, ethics. You know, she don't even care if she pay her employees. Now, we already know it was a lady that came out before saying that Destiny had not paid her. Right? Now this man, he's cool with Melody. I believe he does some work for her, you know, maybe with her skincare business. But, yeah, and the man met Destiny through Melody, and I think Melody kind of felt like responsible, even though she's not, like, to make things right, because Destiny is a grown woman. She is a grown woman, and you out here talking all this shiggity, and you ain't paid your employees. Girl, what is you doing? Listen, okay, I want to get some comments from the people to see what they think about this. One person says, why does everyone else have to pay for Destiny's life? I think that Destiny has some type of childhood trauma issues that have extended to her adulthood. And I don't know. It's just like she has this victim personality disorder where she thinks everybody should always come to her rescue. Everybody should always make life easier for her. We even heard from Moses on his interview he did with Dustin on Carlos's channel. You know, Destiny is always playing the victim, right? She's always looking for somebody to give her money. Sonny gave her money. Sonny said on that last episode that Destiny needed help from Moses and he sent her some money. You know, just this is somebody that's always in need, never really pouring into anybody, giving them money. We know Melody then already gave her money for the electric bill, and it's like, what are you doing in your life with your friendships? Are you pouring into these relationships? Are you equally yoked with these people? Survey says you are not, because it's like you keep having the same problems over and over again. And don't get me wrong, during the pandemic, life was hard for a lot of us. A lot of people's job situations changed. You know, Destiny has been through a lot, but it's like once you get on your feet, and then what? Like, are you paying these people? Or they said that you took out the PPP loan, and you know, like, what did you do with that money? Okay. You got La Barbecue constantly suing her, you know, in and out of the court with him. It's a lot. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show a ninja. Another person says Mel is a real one. That's the issue. She has always been a boss. She's outspoken. She never let her divorce break her. She rose above it and they can't handle it. I will say this. If Mel leaves the show will end. Another person says her cast members are simply disgusting. Mel gave them a seat at the table and all they want to do is disrespect her Another person says this is Mel's response after Destiny went on TV stating Mel was friends with Martel's mistress and was teaching her how to respectfully cheat. Drag her ass, Mel. Destiny can't claim to have been a real friend and say some mess like that. Destiny needs to worry about that $18K she owes her ex-husband for violating their divorce decree and stop making somebody else's husband your storyline. Ooh, child. That part right there. Another person says, so Mel been paying Destiny's damn bills. That's a damn shame. Destiny ought to be ashamed of herself. Oh, Melody even alluded to Destiny's newfound friend goes both ways, and maybe she's trying to link her, because remember, Destiny tried to put out there that Melody go both ways too. So, child, just a whole mess, honey. Okay? A lot of people was calling Trisha out, because she's Destiny's newfound friend. And she has been, going hard for Destiny. Yeah, she been going hard for Destiny. Another person says, wow, she made sure that DJ was taken care of after Destiny stiffed her employees out of a check. Glad she is finally speaking out on all the things she has done behind the scenes in real life. And like I told you all before, this whole thing with Sonny and Moses, like I said, I stand on what I said. I still feel like they are wrong. But this is something energetically that I feel that Destiny invited in her life due to how she treats people, due to her always playing the victim in her business life, in her friendships, not being appreciative of people, and just always expecting something from people. Destiny is the type of woman where it's just like she has like this sense of entitlement, So, yeah. And, women like Destiny, they love women like Melody that's financially always trying to, have a back and, be in their corner. But, yeah. She wasn't no good friend to Mel. She was not Mel's equal. We can't be friends with people that's not our equal. We will always suffer. We will always pay the consequences for being, in a relationship with that type of person. Child, another person says, why is Mel always the victim? This chick really thinks she is an angel. I cannot. I am over this narcissist. Another person comments and says Melody is not playing the victim. She is only protecting herself, her boundaries, and her peace. There is nothing wrong with that. Another person says, I used to be Team Melody since day one, but now her voice is so irritating. Melody seems so two-faced at times and thinks her mess don't stink. Girl, bye. So childish. She said all of that to say what? Melody is truly not the star of the show. If I had to pick the real star, it would be Martel because that's all they talk about. Huh? What? Martel ain't no damn star. He ain't even been on the damn show. Okay? Another person says, I'm sorry, I know I may be the outcast, but Melody annoys my soul. She is so inauthentic to me. It was cool when the show first started and she was rubbing elbows with carlosking and acting like the rest of the cast was beneath her. Well, she still does that, and he was her BFF and she was his Beyonce of the show. Carlos has been a snake from day one, but now that she's on the receiving end, it's a problem. So they are also addressing Melody coming out, talking about she will be having a sit-down interview with carlosking. Y'all know from one of my other videos, I told y'all that would be the best thing for her to do. If you're really having issues with him, you feel like he is this snake that's setting you up with the cast and put little bugs up in their ear about you and how they should treat you. you got to sit down and discuss that. You really do. You got to have a conversation, right? Okay, now really quickly, let's jump over to Carlos King and Dr. Heavenly. They reviewed this last episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, the girls' trip, Sunny versus Destiny. Dr. Heavenly had mentioned that the same way that Sunny got him, she's gonna lose him. Yeah, because she's doing way too much windmilling. And it's not about defending Destiny, it's just that's how these things go. It is. You know, how a man did one woman, he will do another. Okay? And I just feel like, and I know somebody was like, yeah, but Sunny posted receipts in Destiny. I don't really even need to see her receipts. Okay, you don't need to read the whole book to know how the book is go in. I don't need to see shit. Because all I know is, while you was at that table, you was looking stupid. You was making all these excuses for Moses and his womanizing ways, his womanizing narcissistic ways. You had every excuse for him. And I do not respect women that are like that. Now, aside from this situation with Moses, could I like Sunny? Yeah, you know, there are other things about her that's likable. You know, she's hardworking, she's ambitious. She kind of reminds me a little bit of Melody, a go-getter about her business. You know, that's attractive, but all this windmilling for an ain't shit man, and girl, have you been watching this show? Because Ariane thought that she was a better woman than Melody until survey says that was a damn lie. This man just put a baby up in you, used you for all these years to triangulate you with his wife that he still talking about. When Melody came out and dogged that girl, she even mentioned it. Like, girl, he's still talking to you about me. What does that tell you? And that girl is bitter about that. She feel a way. So whenever I see a woman trying to compete with another woman over a man, it lets me know you have some self-esteem issues, some self-worth issues. Because if all of that was intact, you wouldn't be behaving the way that you are. Sunny is old enough to know better. Yeah, but he chose me and I got the ring and you didn't get shit. And then you even got Moses and the stuff that he's saying like he's a prize. Yeah, she dropped the ball. You forgot to be there and all that shit. You didn't come to my party. Nigga, your party ain't worth shit. You're not worth anything. Look at your character. A lot of these men out here, I know, I didn't, dated some in the past. Yeah, I got this and everything is what you got. What about your integrity, your character, how you treat people? Stop going around fucking people over and thinking that you're going to have this high quality, life that you're going to be living, You can't do that. So, yeah, like a lot of men, they just feel motivated by getting to the bag. How about getting your ass in some therapy and stop being a womanizer and stop being so damn needy and codependent? Okay? Heavenly also got on Trisha about why the girls keep coming at her, and she feel because Trisha did not end one thing. She didn't end the marriage with her husband before getting with Ken. Yeah, she didn't. But at the same time, we have to keep in mind she lost her parents, her mom, her sister. She had a lot, that she was going through, that she was dealing with. A lot of that will take you up out your right mind, and you're doing shit out of survival mode. How many times have we all been in survival mode when we lost somebody that we loved? Like, I know I did when I lost my sister. Shit, I wasn't the same Brandy after that. That type of stuff, it changes you. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. Like, it really can change, who you show up as, your decisions, your choices, how things look to you. You could be participating in something that's embarrassing, but because you are stuck in survival mode, you're not looking at it like that. So I think people have to really be open, and look at the whole picture instead of, yeah, but she just a damn cheater, and Ken ain't a good, until Ken shows me otherwise, he's a good man. Period. I like Ken. I'm not gonna stop liking him, because other people don't like him. He need to show me something else. Yeah, but he got with a married woman and child, married on paper. She ain't been with that man. Now, if she was out here sleeping with both and promising both of them forever, then forever, ever, then I would get on Trisha. But no, she's married on paper. She need to get a divorce ASAP, but, I still don't have nothing against Ken. He came in there and helped out with them cheering, as he should, honey. Okay, so that's just how I see that. And really quickly, I think they need to cancel Love and Marriage Detroit. I don't like it. I don't like the two leading characters, the Christina lady and her husband. He's very dismissive of her feelings. He was looking at other women right before they got married. Like, girl, that was a telltale sign that you should not have married him. He's a womanizer. I find they are not as charismatic and likable as Mel and Martel when they first, began Love and Marriage Huntsville. The Holts had chemistry. You know what I'm saying? There was a certain energy to them. And I just don't get that with the people on Love and Marriage Detroit. I feel like Carlos is trying to promote them as the next Mel and Martel. Now they separated. Girl, you need to get a divorce because that nigga don't love you at all. It just looked like he just there. And like Heavenly said, it looked like Christina loved that man more than he loved her. Yeah, when your man love you, he gonna fight for you. He not gonna put you in certain situations to make you question and doubt yourself and your reality. He gonna stop all that womanizing. We all know what love is and what it look like, and that ain't no damn love. It look like now they just running a storyline, they running a play, and I ain't got time for it, so I will never review that show. It's not likable. It's a little something to look at, if you're bored, but it's not my type of vibe. Okay, not my type of hype at all. Shout out to Full Force, honey. It just, hell no. Girl, you need to get a divorce. And I think she probably coming back separated like she doing something. Girl, you ain't doing shit. Get rid of him. He not into you. You care way more than what he do. So, yeah. And she's a beautiful woman, I don't mind her. I'm not really all that familiar with her like that, but from what I see, she's okay. It's just her with him. It just, girl, he gonna ruin your self-esteem if you have any dignity left, okay? So you need to divorce him. Oh, and Heavenly also mentioned that Melody will never mess with Destiny again after, appearing with Ariane and her children in pictures together, and mentioning to Melody that, you was cheating, you was teaching that girl how to cheat more discreetly, and you was teaching her, how to cheat respectfully, and I agree with Heavenly. Melody will never have anything to do with Destiny. I know I wouldn't. You were never somebody's friend if you do some shiggity like that. That's some snake shit. It just is. Snake in the grass, honey. Okay, you can't sit up and be a shoulder for somebody to cry on 1 minute while you're friends with them. And this is how you can begin to see Destiny for the opportunist that she is. Because it's like when she's with you, she's with you. And then as soon as y'all ain't cool no more, there's no morals, values, ethics, decorum, nothing. No heart posture, no nothing. It's just all these excuses. Oh, I'm going to take the post down. You taking it down because your ass got dragged, like Mel said. Okay, you knew the shit was wrong and you are unhappy. You coming from an unhappy place. Okay, that's why you posted that picture. You cannot tell me that Destiny is happy moving the way that she is. She's just a sad case at this point, really. Heavenly also made a very good point that Destiny was closer to Melody than she was with Martel. See, a lot of times we're very much so into this thing of history and I've been knowing this person, but that don't mean y'all are close, right? So she was probably closer to Melody. But see, she tried to play both sides against the middle, because if you're on the phone with Melody and then her ex is calling you, why you telling her about it? And why you got to get off the phone to go talk with him? Because now you telling him her business, which is in turn why she don't want to mess with you. And then you play dumb and naive, like you don't understand why this woman don't want nothing to do with you. And people are messy like that. I used to have a so-called friend that, yeah, I seen your ex. Who was he with? And why are you telling me? I don't give a damn. I don't care nothing about him. Nothing. We're done. Once you show me your character and it's trash, we are done. I do not care about people that don't care about me. That don't make me no bad person. I just don't. Okay? I will always pay attention to how people do me. Because you didn't have to do it, but you chose to do it anyways. So, yeah. Yeah, well, such as that shit gets old really quick with a so-called friend. Yeah, well, I seen him and he had said this and this person was there and they're steady giving you details. See, that's a brother Tucker that want to keep some shiggity going. And that's somebody that wants to add to your confusion and your misery. And no, so we got to watch who we call friend. All you got to do is watch what a person does. Their behavior, it says everything. Destiny also shows she has no boundaries. You have no boundaries because you shouldn't have even been telling Melody what he's saying, or he on the other line, or just, you should be able, things should be happening and then you put a button on it. Okay? And you compartmentalize it, right? That's what you gotta do. But no, I don't believe though her and Martel are really close like that. I just feel like they are playing off of like history. Like, oh, I've been knowing him since I was 15 and he a good dude. And girl, you wasn't even feeling him when you was over there with Melody. You was fighting her battles, cussing his mama out on Melody's behalf. She didn't even ask you to get involved in certain stuff. You was doing all of that. Windmilling. Okay, you even cussed out Miss Wanda. And you shouldn't be following. You got on Miss Wanda for following the girl on social media. Miss Wanda calling the girl beautiful. You was getting mad at all of that, Destiny. But now you over there with her. Well, he with her and she at the house. No boundaries. It does not matter. It does not matter. Right? Doesn't matter. You don't have to talk to that girl, interact with her, be in pictures. You knew what you were doing. You were looking for attention. You were looking to be messy. When you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Period. That's why a lot of that stuff is playing out the way it is for you. Because of your actions. Okay, so they also talked about, and I mainly saw Heavenly talking. They talked about how Melody stayed with Martel. She knew he was cheating. There was no need for her to call Ariane on the phone. You knew he was cheating. You chose not to leave. Melody at that time had cognitive dissonance. Okay, she was dealing with a narcissist. Okay, she loved her husband. She built businesses with her husband. She had children with him. Um, I will say this, it looked like Melody had been warned about Martel from the start though. What was that stuff with Melnika? But see, she said she was warned and you know, she didn't, you know, believe it. I guess he was trying to talk to the assistant, right? And then I guess some years went by, everything was going good with them. And then, he started cheating and had this affair with Ariane for what, over 5 years. Okay, so Heavenly was trying to come from the perspective of Melody accepted the infidelity for years. Like I said, it went on for 5 years. She wants the group to choose. They're not gonna choose her side because they are in burning houses themselves, and they are very much so male identified. So much so, you got Kimmy saying that Martel is a good guy. He's a cheater, he's a liar, he's a deceiver, he's a manipulator. But as soon as Martel did some shiggity to Kimmy, you watched her, she stopped inviting him to events, right? So that's how, unfortunately, a lot of people are. They don't have any loyalty. It's more or less, well, they ain't did nothing to me, but they ain't did nothing to me. That's why I'm looking at Destiny. Why you mad that Melody is patronizing La Barbecue's restaurant? He ain't did nothing to her. Same thing with you and Martel. You claiming he ain't did nothing to you. You still want to be cool with him. It's just not, it's just not gonna work. I'm with Heavenly. You should have been chose a side. To me, you chose the wrong side. You chose the low-hanging fruit side, because just like Martel, like I told y'all, birds of a feather flock together. All of y'all, Trisha, y'all down to that first floor. And they will choose Martel over Melody because for some reason, and I've been telling y'all this since day one, they don't like Melody like that. I think that they are threatened by her ambition, and they probably feel like she throws her ambition in their face. And it's unfortunate, a lot of people that are successful, they have to pay a price for being successful. Everybody is not gonna like them. Melody even came out and talked to the millimeters and told some of y'all to chill. Everybody ain't gonna like her. Everybody ain't gonna agree with her. I'm glad that she did that. I am. I'm glad that she did that, because some people really do need to hear that, because everybody is not going to like Melody. Not even just the people on the show. It's just content creators, just different people that watch the show. They just not gonna like her, and you gonna have to be okay with that. You just gonna have to, deal with that. But yeah, this group, they're different. Kimmy is totally different from Melody. She's not as ambitious. I don't think they understand Melody and where she's coming from, and maybe some of the high standards that she was brought up with. And it sounds like, from when I heard Melody speak about her childhood, a lot of stuff was expected out of her. Right? You were expected to be top tier and great at all things. And I don't think that the cast of Love and Marriage Huntsville, I don't think they can get jiggy with that. They probably were not brought up like that. And they probably feel like Melody is more about what she does than who she is. You know, like they probably feel like she has a certain energy to her that they just don't understand. You know, we all have certain things about our personality that some people, they just don't like. You know what I'm saying? I have a certain flair to my personality. Some people, they just don't like it. They don't understand it. They wasn't brought up the way that I was brought up, you know? So, and then everybody keeps saying these people are more of Martel's friends. I think they could take or leave his ass too. But I will say this. If they had to choose between Melody and Martel, they go choose Martel. Okay, especially these niggas and these male-identified women. They're going to follow their husbands. These are the same husbands that knew he was cheating and didn't say shit to his wife. So they're really going to follow him. Unfortunately, like I said before, we are in a patriarchal society where it's okay when men cheat. It is okay when a man has a side piece and he has a baby. All of that shit is okay. You can't tell me otherwise. There are so many women I've seen on the Facebook, on the YouTube, like defending Martel and Ariana's situation. He just love her more than Mel. And no, he don't love her. When a man loves you, he claims you. Okay? He's not going to date everybody but you and leave you out there to look stupid. So he don't love that girl. He had been using that girl and he don't want to admit to that. Why y'all think he get quiet when they say, do you love her? When you love somebody, it ain't shit for me to tell y'all right now I love my daughter. It ain't nothing for me to say I love this person or I love that person. But if you ask me about somebody that I know damn well I've been using, hell yeah, I'm going to deny, deflect. You know, I'm going to create a diversion, honey, and change the subject, you know. So, yeah, you just got to pay attention to what people do. Carlos brought up how Kimmy gives Melody so much props as it pertains to working with Martel. You know, she could never do it. I don't know. You know, I don't know. My issue with somebody like Kimmy is you see how this man treated his wife. Why do you insist on calling him a good guy? Well, you kept going back to him. It had to be something. The motherfucker is manipulative and she didn't know what narcissism was. That's why she was going back. She was in a puddle of confusion. Okay? That is why. We done all been a fool for somebody. Okay, it probably didn't go as far as the Ariana situation with Melody and Martel, but we didn't all played the fool in our love life. So, ciao. Let me see what some people think about all of this. One person says nobody gets to say Mel dealt with her husband for too long. If she wanted to work on her marriage, that's her right. Another person says, funny you say that, but people don't give Tisha the same grace. You all amaze me. Tisha is over there in a burning house, but don't want to admit to it. She don't want to admit that, you know, she don't have a say-so in her marriage. Okay? No, Tisha wants to be delusional like he's faithful. That's the difference. Yeah. Another person says, but everyone else was supposed to be mad with him while she was making it work. Or when she stopped making it work, then they were supposed to be mad too. Another person says, I totally agree with Heavenly. We knew from season 1 that Melody does not consider any of the women on the cast to be her friends. Destiny was spot on about how Mel is condescending, especially to Tisha. Do any of you all feel that way? I don't feel like that. And Mel confirmed her superiority complex, talking about her throne. Why would there be an expectation to be loyal to her? And that's what I'm saying. It sounds like, the cast, they feel like she be speaking down on them. I told y'all I picked up on some of that when I was watching it first season. I was looking at how they was all looking at her. Like, who is this bitch? And they felt like the situation with Martel cheating on her, right, with that girl for all them years, they felt like that humanized her. And they were probably secretly happy when she was going through all of that. Because I remember when I was watching the show, I was like, damn, why do it look like Tisha keeps smiling when she see Melody crying and she trying to hug her? And that's how Tisha wants Melody to be. I do not feel like she's happy she done made it up out that marriage, that toxic marriage. I don't. I always paid attention to that, you guys. Destiny posting Melody's children when Melody legally can't was provoking. Yep, I remember that. Melody has always been arrogant from day one of the show. She wants everyone to bow down to her. That's that scorpion trait that she needs to check herself on. She treated Tisha as a subservient at the beginning and still has the same superiority complex. Or is, Tisha over there being a damn servant in her damn marriage. That ain't Melody's fault that woman don't feel good about herself. Okay? And Melody came in and tried to give her ass the blueprint, and the bitch took it and never wanted to give her credit. Okay? Sunny is wrong because she won't own the timeline of the relationship or friendship she had with Destiny. Yeah, she wanted to sink that woman to get with that man because she got low self-esteem. And you can be a 6-figure bitch with low self-esteem, so I don't want to hear it. Melody didn't accept Martel cheating. She was fighting for her marriage the best way she knew how. Child, let's get to the basketball bullies. So, what happened on the basketball bullies? So, Brandy and Jackie ended up getting into it. And Cheyenne tried to get at Brooke. I was like, get her ass. Because Brooke tried to turn up and act like she about that. Like, Brooke, you ain't gonna do shit. Brooke wanted Jackie to kiss her ass, and I'm just sick of that. That's why I can't fully review the show like that, you guys, because I'm just so sick of them. I'll try to catch it and add it to, one of my videos, but yeah, other than that, I'm not here for basketball bullies like that. Jennifer's still trying to marry the man in Paris. They got to get it cleared by the judge. It looked like he gonna be able to go get married, but he gonna have to return his ass right back to jail. Brandy, it looked like she's gearing up to leave Jason. That's what it looked like. She accepted Evelyn's apology, but she still don't trust her because Evelyn always throwing that man up in her face. And I'm like, Evelyn, you can't talk about her man cheating on her because that's all your exes. That's all they have did with you, Chad. Antoine, like, girl, Carl, shit, you got a lot of nerve. I am proud of Brandy this season because she looked like she about her business. She about, her cookbook. She just is into her acting. She just got casted for a movie. So I am so happy for Brandy. Brandy is a little bit more likable, it seemed like, without Malaysia. It seemed like she's growing up some. Oh, they get on Laura's ass about her affair with Shaq, and Evelyn wrote, she played some of Shawnee's book. She didn't read Shawnee's book. She read some of Shawnee's, look at me, can't even get the word. Look, you done wrote the song and can't remember the damn words. I remember I used to say that. She played some of Shawnee's book, and did y'all see how Laura shut that shit down and was like, nope, I'm not talking about it. Nope, I'll have a conversation with my friend. Me and Shawnee used to be very close. I was like, oh, shit. Okay, Laura, it looked like there must be some truth there. What y'all think about Jackie turning it around on Evelyn And she was like, yeah, I heard that you slept with Shaq, and so did Laura. And then Laura had to jump in and be like, well, no, I heard it, but I don't care if you did or if you did not. I'm not here to make no judgments. I know you're not, Laura, especially if you're being accused of sleeping with that lady husband. I believe you did it by the way you was acting. But I also noticed that all of their ass shut the hell up when Laura said, honey, I ain't speaking on that no more. Them bitches was quiet. But Brandy got to the table and started getting on Laura's ass, and the child, it was a whole mess. Evelyn cussed Jackie the hell out. This was already discussed years ago. Why you bringing this shit up? You just mad? I put it out there that you used to be a prostitute. So, child, just a whole mess. But yeah, mostly what I'm tired of with the basketball bullies is, like, Evelyn is the ringleader. It's like, yeah, she can put Laura out here on blast for allegedly sleeping with Shaq and causing the demise of Shawnee's marriage to come to an end. Girl, it was already gonna come to an end because he was out here sleeping with everybody, child. His big ass. Like, ugh. And they was only dealing with that man for that money. Okay, but yeah, it's just such a double standard. And then soon as Jackie mentioned, did Evelyn sleep with Shaq, and and put it out there, and Jackie had mentioned, yeah, I heard that, and Laura had heard it too. It's like she wanted to shut it down and get all angry, and it's just like Evelyn is just running the damn show. It's not really, it's so controlled and predictable, and child. All right, you guys, that's all I have to say about that, and I will check you guys out in the next video.